This is the Stock Day Podcast, sponsored by Ion Digital, providing secure, compliant ecosystems you can trust. That's Ion Digital. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube to stay up to date on penny stock news and interviews. Public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. Here's your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, I'm bringing you a brand new company that came on our radar about 2 or 3 weeks ago. The name of the company is Flux Power. They trade on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol FLUX. They've had 18 consecutive growth quarters, which is amazing. Their second quarter revenues were $17.2 million. That was an increase of 123% increase. Revenues of $20.7 in new purchases in quarter three, and they got a backlog totaling around $30 million. Here to discuss this company and bring us up to speed is the CEO of the company, Mr. Ron Dutt. Ron, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes, thanks. Glad to be on your show.
You know, Flux Power is a leader in the use of sustainable lithium-ion technology for electrifications of Fortune 500 companies, commercial and industrial equipment. My question to you is, where are the industrial customers at in this focus of electrification, and where does lithium-ion fit in the best technology for that?
That's something very much in our day-to-day life. Our strategy is to focus on large Fortune 500 companies with large fleets who are motivated to electrify for several reasons. One is, of course, you hear a lot about reduced carbon in the atmosphere. By using our products, which are more efficient, they save tons of carbon dioxide. These large fleets really hit the sweet spot of our value proposition in terms of performance and cost as well. The lithium chemistry and computer on our packs versus the lead acid chemistry with no computer permits or enables the customers to move more pallets for a given shift, for a given day. That's very important to them. These large companies are typically operating their facilities full bore, trying to reach full capacity. The other big issue with companies who even though they're large and well capitalized, they're seeking ever increasing levels of efficiency and in terms of cost as well. All of our customers select lithium and select lithium that we sell them because they can achieve a lower all-in product life cycle cost, even though the original purchase price is higher than lead acid.
You know, I look at your company, I look at your market cap, $84 million. Your guys' revenues for your fiscal year of 2022 was $42 million. That being said, how is Flux Power able to support, you know, you guys are not doing mom and pop companies. You're actually working with Fortune 500 companies.
Yes, and to do that, we found over the past, we've been doing this for 10 years now, and particularly after we developed the product and the customer lines, the customers select a supplier whose product will work and then provide the service, responsiveness, and can deliver on time. We've had to build that infrastructure to do that, which is why we're not yet profitable, but we're getting very close to that over this period of time. This is an example of where you have to have the ability to deliver because our proposition is a long-term relationship with these large customers. These large customers don't want to be trading out suppliers just because they might get a lower bid on a transactional basis. So building this infrastructure has taken the time that I've mentioned, but it's also been the enabler to obtain obtain these relationships and keep them.
What are some of your strategic initiatives you currently are focusing on right now to increase profitability?
We have a long list, fairly long list of over 20 actions of supply chain improvements, supply chain better pricing as our volume grows, selecting some offshore in Mexico or China for particular items where it does make sense. Most of our supply chain activity is in the United States, which is very convenient for the supply chain timeliness. We have also are tackling a number of cost reduction initiatives to reduce the cost and also improve the customer and experience and the features that we can provide to the customer. The environment we're in has a very broad spectrum of use in terms of some becoming requiring a very rugged pack, extreme temperatures, and extreme and heavy use. So our packs have to accommodate that. And over the past, particularly 5 or 6 years, we've learned a lot on how to do that in a cost-effective way. So those are the two main areas. We have a number of initiatives that will get us to where we need to be. Our target as a manufacturing company is to get over a 30% gross margin, and we're well on our way and not too far from achieving that. And once we do that, we will continue to try to ever increase our gross margin with products like that as well.
There was a big show there in Chicago this week, over 123 different countries attending it. I saw one of your press releases. You guys are starting to introduce some of your new battery pack for heavy duty applications. Have you gotten any analytics from the show this week?
The show, which is called ProMat, is an annual show. It has a sister event in alternate years called Modex in Atlanta. But this year, we've been attending these shows since 2015. This is the most well-attended, most interested in lithium and in flux that I've seen during that entire time. We're getting the interest in adopting lithium is just continuing to grow, particularly as more of the marquee large companies have adopted it, and those are shown in our PowerPoint, which is on our website, to give people confidence that if these companies who typically vet to the hilt the capabilities of the suppliers, if it works for them, it's a great affirmation for others who may not be a first adopter, but certainly close behind. So we're seeing a lot of activity, a lot of interest here. It's really an exciting trade show here this week. In fact, I'm here in Chicago right now, and had to break away from all the interest in lithium to talk to you, Everett.
Well, I hope I don't cost you any sales.
No, that's fine. We've got a good team here that the team can handle it without me. So I have a very good team to do this, to have to be able to deal with the Fortune 500 type of customers.
Hey, Ron, let me ask you this. How much demand are you seeing in these two areas for greener initiatives, that being the electrification of material handling equipment and GSE fleets?
Well, we're seeing a lot of interest. One of our responses of developing products, the features, is to cater particularly to those customers who want it, who see the benefit of productivity and cost, but we need to help them in establishing what packs to have, the training, the install training, the follow-up, the service to cater to make lithium a much easier and better all-round experience. It goes well beyond just shipping a pack. These operations are very intense, very comprehensive, and they all need a supplier who understands that and who has worked hard to develop that capability.
Ron, before I let you go, you got any success stories you could share with us real soon?
Well, yeah, we do, and we have to be careful with the kind of customers we have. Most of them are typically reluctant to be using their name in public discourse, as you know. There's a history of companies kind of abusing those privileges, but we're working on providing a case study or two that are very, very impactful and illustrative of the benefits of Flux. So we will be providing that in the near future.
As for my listeners, you know, I've done this show now for over 7 years, and I brought you a lot of great companies over those years. One particular sticks out for me is Prodec, came in here around $3. Well, Flux Power is trading at $5. This is my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Obviously, everybody should do their own due diligence, but I believe this is going to have a run like Prodec did, and ran from $3 all the way up to $42 a share, and it did that in less than a year. I mean, when you got 18 consecutive quarters of growth and you're increasing revenues by 123%, I think it's time to put down the pencil and the pen, go look into your account, and look at the ticker symbol FLUX. Ron, I'm going to give you the last word. What is it that you want my listeners, your stockholders, to take away from today's show?
I want them to take a look at us, keep track of us. We're public, so we certainly publicize the activities. And if you follow the charts that I provide in our quarterly conference or on our website, you can see the progress. You can see that we're doing what we said we were going to do.
Their website is Flux. That's Flux Power, POWER.com. It's been great having you on the show, Ron. I hope that you come back in the next 45 to 60 days and give us an update.
Okay, thanks so much, Everett.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by La Jolla Media, LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are for educational and research purposes. Stock Day encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional.